Everybody, it is Maquany. Welcome back to another episode of the Stanley Parable. Last time we got crushed to death, and we're still on the screen. This is recorded one after another. So literally the screen went black, and it just wants me to reset it. We also turned off the mind control facility. We got the freedom ending and I'm assuming what's called the escape ending, or like the museum kind of ending. This time we're going to turn the machine on, and then we're going to go from there. So let's go ahead and begin the game again. Unless there's something else that shows up. I don't really know about the elevator thing, though. I really don't. That's kind of weird to me. Nothing in here.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Yeah, so was I tripping, or was last game, or last episode, the hallway went left? Like, it went this way. I swear to God. I don't know. I think I'm smoking some, or I don't know. I must be tripping. Awaiting input. Turning off computer screen. Turning off computer screen. Turning off computer.
When Stanley came to a set of two,
oh yeah, and then we can always go right,
the door on his
which
left.
leads to the break room or something like that.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Tips for not getting fired.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
He boarded up the broom closet because he knows I go in it too much. Oh my God, that's funny. Oh yeah, and you can also go down the stairs, I guess.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm not gonna go all the way down because I don't want to start something. But yeah, you can go down there, I think, for a different ending. There's a lot of different endings in this game. I mean, if you make any turn that's different than what the narrator says, it basically leads to a different ending. Is the executive bathroom still unlocked? That is the ultimate question. It is. And nothing has changed. Can I jump out the executive bathroom window? No. Okay. Sorry to bother your bathroom, good sir. I can still come in here. Yeah, I wanna... Oh! Wait. Last time I got in it, did it press the up arrow or the down arrow? Oh, never mind. I guess the other one pressed the down, but this one pressed up. So this is just us vibing again. Just wanted to get the video started off with some good vibes. Stanley. Okay. Done with that. Good times. Alright, let's get out of here. Hello, Panda. Anything back here? I keep thinking, I remember from like years ago there being something hidden behind the... I cannot shut that door. Behind this desk. That's why I keep looking, because like I swear there was something hidden back there a long time ago.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul.
Let me show you guys. 2, 8, 4, 5.
This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half-mo. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Exactly.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed.
Come on!
Moments with some calming
Let me go through. What the fuck is this? Is this calming new age music to you? The winner takes all.
Stanley calmly
SpongeBob starts breaking out a solo.
Into the opened passageway.
It's the thrill of one. Oh yeah. Time to go to the basement. Time to go to the basement. Secret hidden basement. We're gonna see what happens when you turn on the mind control facility instead of turning it off.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Goes back in there, dies again. Show me them lights, boy.
An enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this
bang my
place
head against
hold?
the fucking
Stanley thought to himself.
gate.
Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
See what
Each bore the
461
number
looks
of
like.
an employee in the building. Stanley's
Looks like a
co-workers.
door.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't. Continue.
This mind
Maybe
control
Stanley enjoys
facility
being
was
locked up
too
in his
horrible
office all
to
day
believe it couldn't be
while
true.
being watched and
Had
typing
Stanley
buttons on a
been under
computer.
someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life
could
in
never.
someone else's control?
Never.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
So I was
it
thinking, oh
even
my god,
possible?
did that bar just go
Had
through
he
the
truly
whatever?
spent his entire
I'm
life
thinking after this,
utterly blind to
ending,
the
we're gonna go
world?
down the staircase next, and then we're gonna go
But here
right
was the
after
proof,
that at the two
heart
doors.
of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or
Facility
content.
power.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible
Danger,
power
electrical shock
over another
risk.
human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
No, I'm good.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just
I think
activate
I'll
the
be in
controls,
charge.
did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Yes.
Control?
Yes.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to
Oh, that's
explode,
fun.
eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun.
So what
isn't
do I
it,
do?
Stanley? It's your time to shine.
Charge?
You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is
Purple
much
too.
better than what I had in
Incorrect.
mind. What a shame we have so little time left
Incorrect.
to enjoy it. Mere moments
Incorrect.
until the
Motherfucker.
bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time
Incorrect.
to talk about you,
Well,
about me,
oh.
where we're going,
Bruh.
what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
What do these
A moment of
buttons
solace
do?
before you're obliterated.
Before I get blown up?
I'm in
Yeah.
a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned
Oh,
off
so the
machine
narrator
to set you
is
free.
the murderer.
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story.
I'm just gonna-
Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you
What's
sit
this?
there in your office forever, pushing
It's like an
buttons
escape
endlessly
pod?
and then
Maybe that's
dying
where I have to go.
alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything
red,
and take back the control
green,
wrested away from you,
yellow,
it's quite rich.
blue.
I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I
don't
come
know what
up
I'm
with
doing.
on the next go around will be even better.
Wait.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
Okay, well, I blew this
You
system.
know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds.
This guy is a psychopath. He's watching me die. Fail safe.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea what
I don't know what I'm
you're
doing. There's no
supposed to be
instruction.
doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was
Ah!
capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this
051.
room.
Am I supposed to be typing in these codes?
No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley?
Bruh.
That this video game can be
How long do I
beaten?
have? I have a minute 10. I got plenty of time. I'll
Do
be
you
fine.
have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Can you open?
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you.
I don't know what I'm
Timer isn't
doing.
a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still
Purple
playing
2.
instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
Purple 2. I gotta
To
find
see
purple
you
2.
made humble. This is
Where
not
the
a
hell is
challenge.
purple 2?
It's a tragedy. You wanted to control
That's 3.
this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first.
Oh.
So you can't.
Nothing seems to be
Take a look at the
working.
clock.
It seems to just be saying
That's 30 seconds you
good
have left.
goodbye, employee 427.
30 seconds.
Oh
until
god,
a
the world
big
is shaking.
No ending.
The world is
You
shaking.
being blown to pieces.
Ah!
Will you cling desperately to your frail life?
How do I get out of
Or will you let it
here?
go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't.
10
It's all the
seconds?
same to me. All a
Ah!
part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every
I don't know
second
what
of
I'm
your
doing.
inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Alright, well, we're back. Back in the office. Here we are. Back again.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much.
But you've never
that
noticed
it
that you
was.
live inside of a white abyss? Am I able to get up here now? Or is it just genuinely not gonna let me anymore? Oh no, it lets me now. I'm just curious if that was like a one-time thing or... Oh, no. I just didn't do it right, I guess. Yeah, okay, well, oh well. Well, oh well. I do anything in here? I feel like there should be more I should be able to do in here. Boom, 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 boom.
When Stanley came to a set
Okay,
of
so we're
two
gonna go
open
down the
doors,
stairs
he
now?
entered the door on his left.
Wonder if the broom closet's still all boarded up.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What partakes in the downstairs?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive
Maybe.
economy, why had he taken that risk? All
1,
because
2,
he
B4.
believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense.
Wait a second.
And as Stanley pondered this,
Are we
he
going in
began to make
circles?
other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why
Good
did
point.
doors close automatically behind him wherever
point.
he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
They
Were
are.
simply repeating.
Yes.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He
It's not a
just hadn't
circle.
found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is
not
all
a
a
circle.
dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer.
Time is
an
here. I'll just
explanation.
sit down.
His co-workers weren't actually gone.
Chill in the
He
basement.
wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after
The time
all.
even moving? Oh, it is
He
moving.
thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go
6:47.
back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Well, no wonder
So,
you haven't been
he
getting any
imagined
buttons. It's
himself
6:47.
flying
It's been an
and
hour and a
began to
half
gently
since you've been
float
off.
above the ground.
This guy's been. What the fuck is
Then
happening?
he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical
Oh, okay.
starfield, And it too
I'm on that
appeared.
Zaza
It was
juice
so
now.
much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
I'm definitely
How
on that
was he
Zaza juice
remaining
now.
so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found
Yeah,
it
Stanley's
particularly
tripping balls.
strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
This is too
And
much to
while he thought
comprehend.
it all very odd, and wondered if this voice
Stanley,
spoke to
you are
all
tripping
people
balls.
in
Get
dreams,
off the Zaza
the truth
juice
was
and
that,
get
of
back to
course,
work.
this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please.
All he
It's
knows how to
I
do.
want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
He's lying to himself. And he's still there. Nothing's changed.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be.
Stanley's about to
Can anyone hear my
die.
voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
And he's dead. Quality. Quality.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Woman named
Mariella
Mariella?
woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself. And
So he
then
was just
collapsed
tripping.
dead on the sidewalk.
See, kids, this
And
is why we
though
don't
she
do
would soon
meth.
turn to go call for an ambulance,
Because then you look like
for
this
just
guy.
a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
So she just
She had no time
screw
for
the
this.
crackhead on the ground.
So it was
I'm going.
only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
And then she
and
left.
Then she turned and ran.
Yep. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. And we are back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, we'll do one more ending here. What was I thinking we're gonna do next? Go right. That's right. Right, that's right. This isn't the same as it was before. I feel as if... Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yeah, but Stanley's
Perhaps he
fucking
wanted
stupid.
to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Employee lounge.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Yes,
It had really
cold
been
drinks.
worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate,
Totally worth it.
beautifully constructed room.
Is there anything in
Stanley
here?
simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Just drink some of this coffee. There's nothing. There's nothing in this room.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I could. Or I could just go straight this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Warning! Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of the cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. But won't you die? I kind of want to. Kind of want to jump off the cargo lift.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize
Well, let me
that
tell you who's
investing
my
your
enemy.
trust in someone else
Myself.
can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job,
I am
Stanley.
dead.
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
And that's it. That's the ending. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this one here. Thank you all for coming out and watching another episode of the Stanley Parable. If you guys enjoyed it, please let me know. Leave a like, subscribe, comment if you want to. And I will see you guys in the next one. Next time we're gonna go right. We're just gonna keep going straight all the way through and get some real endings done. But like I said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.